All right, welcome back, everybody. It is your boy. Welcome back to Icky Thicky's Fantasy Football Lab, where we talk fantasy, where we draft some fantasy, where we have a good time, and where we eat a little ass a little bit, maybe. But here we go. Welcome back. We had a great night last night. Really fun night. We had I think that was like a damn 6-hour stream, almost 7 hours. So that was a lot of fun last night. We are back at it again. It is a beautiful Sunday morning. And we did try to get into a pit bull. You guys did get me to, I think, 10 plus likes last night. And I was going to do a pit bull, but it just couldn't fill because there wasn't anybody fucking awake last night. So we will get to a pit bull as our very first draft of the night, just to get it out the way. And just, yeah, make sure that we get the pit bull out the way. I did promise you guys I would do a pit bull. So we will do a $20 pit bull. Before we get going on that, though, let's look at some NFL news, maybe. See if there's anything that we need to know about. I don't believe there is. I don't believe there is anything crucial that we need to know before we start drafting again tonight. See, disappointing injury news. Yeah, I know. Is Luther Burden okay? Does anybody know if Luther Burden is okay, or should we be avoiding him? Somebody mentioned it on the stream last night, and I just randomly didn't draft Burden, even though he fell to me. Limps off the field with potential injury. Okay. Doesn't look like it's like too bad. Does not look like, yeah, okay. Luther Burden Gordon injuries, so it's minor. Okay, cool. So maybe we don't got to worry about it. Maybe we don't got to worry about the Luther Burden injury when we start drafting. If we get to another 10 plus likes tonight, by the end of the stream, I'll even do a fucking, I'll do another pit bull later. $20 pit bull. Right now, we will start off with the big $20 pit bull. And then after this, we will just do some cheap $3 drafts, so we can hopefully get everyone in the lobby if you guys want to draft in. So it looks like Luther Burden's okay. Thank you, ADM. All right. So we will do our very first draft in the pit bull. So our very first draft will be the pit bull. If anyone wants to hop in to the same draft as the pit bull with me, I will give a countdown. Doesn't look like there's too many people watching right now, so there might not be anybody that hops into the pit bull with us, but we will hop in anyways because I want to get the pit bull out of the way so we can do some cheap $5 drafts so we can get a bunch of people in here. We will start off with the pit bull. I will count down from 20 seconds. I recommend you hop in at 17 or 18 seconds because that is about the average overlay between my lifetime and the stream. So count down from 20, hop in when I say 17 or 18 seconds if you want to hop into the $20 pit bull. All right, so 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Hopping right in to the $20 pit bull. We got a bunch of spots open, thankfully. So if anybody who's just joining in that wants to hop into the pit bull, you're more than welcome to hop in. So we know Burden's injury isn't too bad. I don't think that'll affect too much drafting tonight. We had a great conversation last night revolving around Brock Bowers and drafting him on Underdog super early. I think it was Ryan who brought up that Brock Bowers shouldn't be drafted that early in the second round. And I completely disagree. I understand that it's a hefty price. He's like, sell me on Bowers, in the second round. To me, like, it's pretty straightforward. 2 years ago, Bowers dropped 1,000+ yards with Aiden O'Connell as his QB and a terrible coach. Last year, it was a terrible situation. He had a down year with Geno Smith and injuries and terrible coaching. And then this year, he gets a way better coach, Clint Kubiak, who knows how to get his stars the ball. And he's got way better QB situation. He's literally going to have the best QBs he's ever had this year in Kirk Cousins or Fernando Mendoza. Either one of those QBs is still going to be the best QB he's ever had his entire career. I am not shy about drafting Bowers in the second round. And I do believe you can still draft great teams even if you pay a premium for Bowers, like we did last night. I thought our teams ended up pretty fucking well. You just got to be a little bit more strategical. You know, it is risky going Bowers early, right? I don't think it's risky from a player sense. It's risky from a structure sense if you're not careful. But you just got to do a little bit more thinking, a little bit more overthinking on your structure the rest of the draft. But I do tremendously believe Bowers is worth a second round pick. I do not believe McBride is, though. So as we talked about last night, I don't think McBride, there's just too much negatives that lead me to believe he's not worth a second round pick or an early third. I'd rather wait for players like Colston Loveland, Tucker Kraft, Tyler Warren, Harold Fannin. I'd rather wait for those guys, Laporta, because McBride, all right, just like how we just talked about how Bowers is just in a way better situation, like all the way around, and the target share for Bowers, like all the fucking receivers are gone. Like any type of touches, like they're all going to funnel through Bowers and Genty, basically. I do not trust Naylor to fucking take touches away from Bowers. The coach said he's a god. But anyways, McBride, as far as like McBride-wise, the complete opposite. So McBride gets an ass OC now. He gets a terrible downgrade at OC. I think it's a guy who was the coach for the Jets, and I can't remember his name. He's the one who kept following Aaron Rodgers around, but schemed up players terribly. So he's his new OC. And then on top of that, they drafted Jeremiah Love. Okay. The receivers are healthy this year. Okay. And Jeremiah Love, you know that they're going to want to run the ball, do a lot of screen passes, and they signed Algier. So, like, I believe the touchdown upside goes down drastically. Not only that, but the target share, like, with the new OC, like, he can split the target share way more now. He might target Harrison way more, you know what I mean, on purpose, just because he's a top 4 pick. You know, Jeremiah Love, there's going to be a lot of screens to Jeremiah Love, all these RBs. They got Jeremiah Love, Algier, James Conner, fucking Trey Benson still. Like, as far as like right now, I do not feel comfortable drafting Trey McBride in the second or early third. I think that one is really risky. Like, I think he's a great player. I would rather wait 3 rounds later for other tight ends, personally. And tight ends that could easily perform way better than Trey McBride in that round area. All right, so got a question. Caleb, Hampton, and Coker, or Lamar, Genty, Wandale for GPPS? I personally, that's a close one. That's really close. In Dynasty, I'm definitely doing Caleb, Hampton, Coker. In redraft, that's a good one. I think redraft, that's a really even trade. I honestly don't know what I would do there. I think redraft, I would do Lamar, Genty, and Wandale. In Dynasty, I'm doing Caleb, Hampton, and Coker. Personally. Yeah. All right, looks like the pit bowl is filled. We are in the $20 pit bowl. Hell yeah. All right, we drew the 111. So way end of the draft. We'll see how it goes. It's a little bit risky getting at the end of the draft. 101 is Steel Headers. Number 2 is John. Number 3, Josie. Number 4, J Griff. Number 5, Moist. 6, Tyler. 7, CMG. 8, Thick Thina. 9, Cardiac. 10, Simbic. Us at 11. And then 12, Flowis Joe. All right. If anybody is in this draft, let me know. I don't recognize any of these people in this lobby that is normally streaming with us. So I think we're we're on our own here in the $20 pit bull. So we'll see. I love the $20 pit bull structure as far as like payout wise. It's for week 1. Oh, week 1. So week 1 matchup, I believe Caleb is facing the Panthers. Week 1, the Chargers are facing the Cardinals. So it'd be Caleb against the Panthers, Hampton against the Cardinals, and then Coker against the Bears, and then Lamar's week 1, I believe, against the Colts. Genty is facing the Dolphins, and Wandale is facing a lackluster team from what I remember. So Lamar versus the Colts, Genty versus Dolphins. I mean, that's pretty even. I mean, Caleb might have a tough time passing in that week 1 against the Panthers. The Panthers' pass D is pretty decent. But Hampton's going to fucking eat against the Cardinals as far as like rushing wise. I don't know. I think it's really even. That's a tough one. That's a really tough one. If you're talking about just strictly week 1. Because Hampton probably has a high... But then Genty could dominate against the Dolphins. I think I am leaning Lamar, Genty, and Wandale. And Wandale... As far as like week 1 specific, Wandale should get a lot of targets because he is the veteran. He might get more targets than Carnell Tate week 1, honestly. If I would have to guess, I would think Wandale would get more targets than Tate week 1. At least to start out. All right. On the clock here at the 111. We pretty much have everybody at our disposal. Since we're in the $20 pit bull, I do like to keep it a little bit more safe than usual. Let's go Cook. I really like Cook. There, we're back on the clock. Let's just lock in a second running back so we know we have running back lockdown. We'll lock in Chase and James Cook and feel good about our running backs the rest of the way. James Cook, he's the Buffalo Bills are always gonna have touchdown upside. I do have some concerns with James Cook this year. Mainly because they do have a tougher schedule, but the rumors are that Brady, the new coach of the Buffalo Bills, wants to not like have Josh Allen run the ball so much. And if that's the case, there's going to be a little bit more dump offs to James Cook. So James Cook might have a little bit more receptions. So I guess if his touchdown regresses, I mean, his touchdown might increase too at the goal line if they are going to just give it more to Cook. Like, Cook could have extremely high upside, or he could honestly tank a little bit at his ADP. James Cook is a little risky, but he does have a crazy high ceiling, especially if Brady is indeed going to have Josh Allen, dump it off to him a lot here. So let's see here. And then Chase Brown. You guys know I love Chase Brown. I just love Chase Brown's offense. I love everything about it. The Bengals are going to be in the red zone a lot of times throughout the season. I truly think fucking Joe Burrow is going to have an MVP-like season. So give me the bet that Chase Brown just has touchdown upside every single week. I will take that bet any day of the week. I actually kind of like Chase Brown more than James Cook, mainly because of the schedule. Mainly because I know that Chase Brown is going to get all the looks. Yeah. Let's see here. And then we're about to be back up on the clock. See what it looks like here. 3:11. Let's see how the board shook out. Any outliers? So Breece Hall went pretty early. Breece Hall went down to the 210. Saquon dropped all the way to the 2.7. Very interesting. So Saquon dropped pretty fucking far. SMBK reached on 8-channel a little bit, right at the 2.3. So pretty cool. I like these reaches. Get your fucking guys round 1 and round 2. It's whoever your guys are. There's no bad picks really. I do feel comfortable about my teams a little bit more if I were to draft 2 RBs in the last half of the round. And I haven't drafted a lot of James Cook, so I gotta mix it up a little bit. Let me go James Cook. I drafted a lot of Chase Brown, but I don't care. I will die on the ship with Chase Brown, personally. All right, about to be back up on the clock. Let's see here. See how it plays out. Hell yeah. All right. So back on the clock. James Cook, Chase Brown. I don't really want to go T Higgins since I already have Chase Brown. Otherwise, I would go T here. So let's go Ladd McConkey on the Chargers and hope that Ladd is that number one target for Mike McDaniel. If Ladd is the number one target for Mike McDaniel, we're feeling really fucking good right now. We're feeling really fucking good. So let's bank on it that Ladd McConkey is the number one target. Now back on the clock here. I just want to take a shot on Garrett Wilson, man. Like, there is something, like, Garrett Wilson has been talking extremely highly of his offensive coordinator and new offensive scheme. And this is the cheapest Garrett Wilson has ever been ADP-wise since his rookie year. And he literally had the most target share of his entire career last year. So it's a little insane, honestly, that Garrett Wilson is dropping this low on ADP. So I will take Garrett Wilson there. I will make the bet. Ladd McConkey, Garrett Wilson are the number one receivers in their offenses, and they can pop off any given week. I feel great about this. James Cook, Chase Brown, Ladd McConkey, and Garrett Wilson. So feels good. Feels good so far. We'll see how the rest of the draft plays out. See who falls to us here. Let's look at the board, see if there's any other crazy picks going on. So, Josh Jacobs, Javonte Williams, Tedder McMillan, Scatabo, Travis Etienne. Hell yeah. All right. About to be coming around the turn here. Steel headers on the clock at the 101 with Jahmyr Gibbs. I think he needs to get a little freaky here, because a 101 has like the same teams every fucking time. You got to try to get freaky around that area if you want to be different at the 101. Let's see if Steelhead makes some interesting picks here. He probably needs to. JMO, not interesting. Come on, buddy. D Swift, yeah, he's not in it. Like I'm genuinely just counting out any person at the 101 who isn't like gonna reach on anybody, because all the fucking 101s, Jahmyr Gibbs, Nico, Rashee Rice, JMO, like that is like almost every 101 team start. So like, what difference are you doing? What is setting you apart from everyone else to get first place? Like, that's my question. And I just think Steel Headers isn't trying to get first place. We're trying to get first place here. We need to get different. We need to figure out what we want to do here. We need to get different here in the 5th and 6th round. I'm not afraid to reach on players. But we got to do it. If we want to get to first place, we want to be a different team, because we're going up against hundreds of thousands of teams. So we want to get different, man. We want to stand out and potentially get that first place dub. Because we're in it. We're not trying to go for 10th. We're not trying to go for 100,000th. We're not trying to go for 20th. We're not trying to go for 3rd. We're trying to go for first place. So let's see what it shakes out here. I do love Travion if he falls to us, because that is unique. I don't think I've seen Travion fall this far. All right, Travion does go. All right, let's see what we want to do here. I think I want to reach a little bit and grab Tyler Warren as our tight end 1. Give me Tyler Warren. He's going to have a lot of the targets here in Indy. And on top of that, Tyler Warren surprisingly gets rushing touchdowns. Like, he gets rush attempts in the goal line as well, which is really strange for a tight end to get that. But Tyler Warren does get it. So, like, he could have just random extra touchdowns like Dallas Goedert did last year. Tyler Warren, he might just randomly drop you 3 touchdowns in a game because he received one and then had like 2 rushing. So give me Tyler Warren. I think we want to go either Tyson. I'm really high on Tyson, honestly. We want to go Tyson or Drake May. Let's lock in Drake May because of the bye week structures at wide receiver and quarterback. I just feel like Drake May, everything's still gonna funnel through Drake May, and I just want Drake May, man. Like, give me the share of Drake May, just to have him on my team. If Drake May didn't fall there, I would have went Jordan Tyson. So we're going for first place, right? We want high end production at every single draft spot. So James Cook and Chase Brown, for all counts and purposes, could both finish as top 5 RBs. Wide receivers, Ladd McConkey, Garrett Wilson. Ladd McConkey could finish as a top 5 wide receiver if he's the number 1 target on the Mike McDaniel offense. Garrett Wilson loves his new offensive coordinator. So give me the shot on Garrett Wilson. It's kind of similar to what happened with JSN last year, where JSN hated his offensive coordinator for his rookie year. And then last year, he was like, I love my new offensive coordinator. And sure enough, JSN just fucking yeeted up into the top 3 fantasy wide receivers. I'm not saying Garrett Wilson will do that, but Garrett Wilson has never in his entire career has Garrett Wilson ever talked great about his offensive coordinator. This is the first year where he is actually excited for the new schemes that they're opening up for the offense. And you just have to like trust that the players themselves, if they are saying those things, like what better source than the player themselves that's actually living it day by day. So give me the bet on Garrett Wilson. Drake May can be the number 1 QB in fantasy, so we'll have an upper tier pick at the QB spot every single week. And then Tyler Warren, with the rushing upside in the goal line, Tyler Warren can also be a number 1 tight end in this league, and with Michael Pittman gone. So we have crazy high upside in the positions that matter, and we're starting off great. We're starting off great, baby. This is how we want to start it. I feel fucking great about this. I feel really good. And let's see who drops to us now. Marv is falling far, bro. Quentin Johnston. Could go Tucker Kraft with just elite tight end and stop. Herbo's gone. Could go Caleb if he drops this far. I drafted Tony Pollard last night, so I don't really want to draft Tony Pollard again. I think I would like one of these 3 guys if they drop to us. We would stop at elite QB, elite tight end, potentially. QJ, Tucker Kraft. Hopefully we can get one of those 2. If not, might have to reach here for a player that we feel good about. And there is one player in particular that I do feel pretty damn good about. And it might be a hot take, but I just do feel good about him. But let's see if QJ or Tucker Kraft falls to us. If QJ or Tucker Kraft falls to us, that's an instant click. No, they do not. Okay. So let's go down the line. Thank God we picked Drake May last round because a QB position dried up like hell. This might be a reach, but give me J.K. Dobbins, okay? J.K. Dobbins is super confident this year in himself and in his injury recovery and everything. The team loves him in training camp. J.K. Dobbins says he's looking for a rushing title, which is fucking... That's some huge words to say. Oh, shit, we're back on the clock. I forgot we were back on the clock so quick. Let's lock in... Rico Dowdle. All right, we're on Rico Dowdle there. Rico Dowdle is behind J.K. Dobbins or what's his name? Jalen Warren on the depth chart, but Rico Dowdle, we know his crazy high upside if he were to get the starting volume. So I love drafting Rico Dowdle there. J.K. Dobbins, anyways, what I was talking about J.K. Dobbins. So J.K. Dobbins, he is a player that wants to win a rushing title. He's like basically promised his entire fan base that he is not going to get hurt this year, which is kind of, that's some big words to say. You know what I mean? To promise a fan base, I will not get hurt. I'm looking for a rushing title. I'm the guy. So let me take the bet on JK. Let me take the bet on Rico Dowdle. And we're not going to regret it one bit. So, all right. And to be honest, with this RB room, like, our RB room will have touchdown upside pretty much every single game, except maybe Rico. But I do believe Rico is just a talented prospect. Mike McCarthy loves him too. So where we know he's going to get touches every single game at least. And James Cook, Chase Brown, J.K. Dobbins could have touchdowns every single game. So we'll have that locked in. Drake May, upper tier QB. Tyler Warren, upper tier tight end. Wide receivers anchored by Ladd and Garrett. And then we'll see how the rest of the board falls. And see what we want to do here. Hell yeah. Think as this board falls, when looking at the players, I think I want Bo Nix or Baker on the back turn here. I want Bo Nix or Baker, tight end wise. Kyle Pitts is so interesting, man. How the fuck did he get that many yards? So weird. Kyle Pitts is just so fucking bipolar. Such a bipolar player. Like, not from, like, personality standpoint, just from the player. Like, what are we getting from Kyle Pitts every week? So strange. I kind of want to go Kyle Pitts and just fucking stop at tight end. And just rely that Tyler Warren and Pitts are going to do something. Or give us something. Every week. So, I think that's what we're leaning. And then I don't mind Michael Wilson, Pittman, Golden either on the back half. I think I want to lock in. All right, so Kyle Pitts goes. So we're definitely not going to go tight end whatsoever then. Thank God we fucking picked Tyler Warren when we could. Holy shit. We could have been stuck with like no good tight ends. Or reliable tight ends at least. All right, about to be back up on the clock. I want Bo Nix for sure. I just want to lock him in. I don't know. Matthew Golden isn't a bad pick here either, though. The upside of Matthew Golden. Toe issue? That's not good. All right, let's go. Let's go Bo Nix. Give me Bo. Bo Nix with Drake May. And we will feel great about it. 6, 4, 10. All right, back on the clock. Do we want to go Baker and just triple QB it up? It is an option, but I don't think I want to do that. I think I want to go Jaden Higgins. So give me Jaden Higgins. Thad McConkey, Garrett Wilson, Jaden Higgins. All right. Fuck yeah. Ladd, Garrett, Jaden, James Cook, Chase Brown, J.K. Dobbins, Rico Dowdle, Drake May, Bo Nix, Tyler Warren. Feeling pretty good. Pretty good about this lineup here in the Pit Bowl. See how the rest of the draft shakes out. Rest of the board here. I will say, if Kyler, Baker, Shuck, or Willis fall to us, I will take one of those guys as a third QB and not feel bad about it whatsoever. Maybe not Shuck. I don't know. The Shuck is an interesting player, isn't he? 127. I think I'd rather have Malik, honestly. Kyler, Baker, Malik, Tyler, Shuck. And then we don't want any more running backs. We're just going to rely on our RB staying healthy and being good the entire year. Hopefully. Tight end. Could take a shot on Kittle. I don't know. His injury is weird. I don't know if I trust it. I really have a hard time drafting George Kittle a lot because of his injury. Okay. I don't mind going Kittle if he falls to us. I'm not... It will probably stop at tight end if that happens. If we do get Kittle. Wide receiver wise, I'd love Debo. I'd love Shaheed. I'm okay with Stribling if he falls. I don't really want to risk Travis Hunter at this stage, giving our wide receiver room. So we got a few different options. We'll see what gets left with us and see what we want to do here. Then the guy after us already has 2 QBs. So we might not go Baker or Willis and just bank on him not going QB. So we're probably going to go wide receiver or tight end. The guy behind us does not have a tight end yet. So if Kittle does drop, I think we're just going to lock in George Kittle for sure. Yeah, let's go Kittle. George Kittle, Tyler Warren. We're good on tight end. Let's fucking go. That felt great. And then we'll probably go Rashid Shaheed or Malik Willis. Rashid Shaheed, Malik Willis. That'll feel great. That'll feel pretty fucking good. Malik Willis goes. Hopefully we get Shaheed. If we don't get Shaheed, I'm going to be fucking pissed. Really need Shaheed here. This might determine if we win, if we have a chance to win. Okay, thank God. Whew. Give us Rashid Shaheed for the upside on the Seahawks. Oh my God. That was scary. So, we're good on quarterback. Drake May, Bo Nix, tight end, Tyler Warren, George Kittle. We're fucking good. Running backs were good. James Cook, Chase Brown, J.K. Dobbins, Rico Dowdle all have touchdown upside every single game. Rico can freak out if Jalen Warren ever goes down. So we're just going to do wide receivers the rest of the way. This will be a 2-4-10-2 build, I believe, is what I'm going to do here. Yeah, a unique 2-4-10-2 build, given our situation. So you don't see a lot of 10 wide receiver builds, but I think this one might be a 10 wide receiver build for us because we didn't go heavy on wide receiver whatsoever. So we'll see how it goes. I feel pretty good about it so far. I wish we had one of these players fall our way here in the back end. Like, I would feel a little bit better about our team if instead of Higgins, we had Golden or Pittman fall to us. But that's okay. I feel much better about Bo Nix versus Jordan Love. So I just wish Golden or Pittman or Diggs fell to us instead of Higgins. But that's okay. That's okay. We make it work and we'll figure it out. So we just got to pivot. We got to make sure that we stay on top of it. Look at the vision of what we want to do. And it looks like the vision is going 10 wide receivers in this build. So we'll see how it goes. I mean, if we get a screaming value on a different position down to us, then I will go with it. But I think as of right now, I'm definitely leaning 10 wide receivers. Unless an interesting player falls to us. Hell yeah. All right, let's look at the poll. Who will win the NFC North? Bears leading the vote at 60%, and then JJ McCarthy right behind him at 40%. So Bears are leading the poll. I think we'll end the poll and start a new one on what draft we should do next. So you guys can vote on that one. Let's end this poll. We will start a new one. What draft? It is up to you guys. What draft is next? We could either do the dollar Lil Dalmatian. We can do the $5 puppy. We can do a $3 3-man. Or we can do... What other contests are there right now? What other contests are there right now? Corey, the Badge Bros, Pitbull, the Frenchie Eliminator. I'm just not into the Frenchie Eliminator, man. Frenchie Eliminator, you definitely got to get lucky, for sure. I guess we can do a, put a Badge Bros in there as an option. I'm not insanely high on it, but that's okay. Let's go to the draft board here. Back on the draft board. Yeah, we'll put in the chat a Badge Bros. Start the poll. What draft should we do next? All right, about to be back up on the clock here. We could go Daniel Jones as a third QB. Oh, there goes Daniel. Never mind. Running back wise, not bad. Wide receiver, I want Flournoy really fucking badly. Give me Flournoy all day, every day at that spot. Hell yeah. Give me Flournoy all day, every day there. And got a few different options that we can go with. I kind of want to whip a Kamara, man. Or Zach Charbonnet. Should we whip a Kamara? I think we'll whip a Kamara, man. We'll whip a random Kamara. So our RB room is actually really fucking good now. James Cook, Chase Brown, J.K. Dobbins, Rico Dowdle, Alvin Kamara. QB room, Drake May, Bo Nix. Tight ends, Tyler Warren, George Kittle. And then we'll do wide receivers rest of the way. That feels great. That feels fucking phenomenal. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Let's go. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. God, that felt good. That felt so good. Hell yeah. Hey, brother, in an 8-man Keep 3 league, who would you pick out of the 4? Jonathan Taylor in the 3rd, George Pickens in the 7th, Chris Olave in the 10th, or Travis Etienne in the 14th? Huh. This is an 8-man league? 8-man leagues are weird, bro. My first suggestion is to go to a 12-man league. But so in an 8-man league, you definitely want the top of the top, like the toppest of top players. So I think by default, I think by default you just have to go Taylor in the 4th. Or Taylor in the 3rd. It doesn't feel great, but I don't know. An 8-man league is tough for me because you definitely want like the best players in general in an 8-man. At least I would think so, because you're only facing 7 other teams. So, like, depth doesn't matter at all. Like, you want the players that are going to score 30 plus points. And we know Jonathan Taylor can do that. I don't know that Travis Etienne can with Kamara there. Olave's going to be tested this year, you know, with homeboy there who got drafted. Pickens will always have CeeDee Lamb next to him and Brian Flournoy. I think I lean either Taylor in the 3rd or Olave in the 10th. I would choose one of those two. Because you need extreme high upside every single week in an 8-man league. An 8-man league is very weird. All right. About to be back up on the clock. I think we're going to go with our boy Keenan Allen. Keenan Allen has literally had over 100 targets every single year the past 3 years. And every wide receiver going above him has never even sniffed half of that. Like Mike Washington, 65, 36 targets. Jerry Jeudy, 50, 90, 54. Wicks, 46 targets. Tank Dell, fucking dude. Like, none of these guys can even sniff Keenan Allen's targets. And all Keenan Allen has to do is sign to a team. Like, I don't understand why Keenan Allen is so low in ADP. I don't care how old he is. He has so many targets every single year. So give me Keenan Allen anytime I can get him. All right, about to be back up on the clock here. Let's go Booty for the stack, maybe. I don't mind Booty for the stack. Actually, I kind of want Ted Hurst. I want a share of Ted Hurst here. Give me Ted Hurst. So, Ted Hurst, I just want a Buccaneers receiver. Buccaneers receivers always get hurt for some reason. And Ted Hurst has a pretty good collegiate campaign. So, in best ball, I like taking Ted Hurst quite a bit. All right. So, we got 2 more picks after this. Got a few different options to do here. I heard rumors that Chris Bell could show up in training camp. Is that crazy? Or in the preseason? No way, right? That Chris Bell could show up. Since the start of training camp, Bell has been on the non-football list. Wow. There's no way Chris Bell starts in a preseason game. No fucking way. I heard a rumor that he might. I think that was hogwash. Otherwise, I would have went fucking Chris Bell there. That would have been wild. If he was healthy enough to be in preseason. Oh, keeping 3 of those 4. 3 RB, 3 wide receiver, 2 flex. Okay. So you're starting 3 RBs. Wow. 3 wides, 2 flexes. I would do Taylor in the 3rd for sure. I'd do Olave in the 10th, and I would do ETN in the 14th, just in case he does have TT upside. I think that's what I would do. Then again, I'm a little bit lower on Pickens. I just, I don't know. Pickens is very interesting this year. I was really high on him last year. But this year, I think he's just a little bit too expensive for me, personally. But, alright. Back up on the clock here. Let's go with Torrey Horton. So Torrey Horton or Shaheed should do pretty well in the Seahawks. Having both of them feels pretty good. Because we only need really one more third wide receiver to hit our lineup, given our roster construction. Then let's do. I really like taking a shot on Skylar Bell, just in case he does do well. But let's actually do Mooney. I don't think we have any Moonies. So let's do a Mooney share here. Darnell Mooney. We don't have a lot of them. So just in case he does do decent on the New York Giants, we'll take him. All right. So ended the draft here. So we got Drake May, Bo Nix, Elite QB room. We can stop at 2. RBs, James Cook, Chase Brown, J.K. Dobbins, Rico Dowdle, Alvin Kamara. I fucking love this RB room. Wide receiver, I mean, we got to get some luck here. That's why we got 9 receivers. Because our flex spot is already good. So we just need to start 3 wide receivers every week. We got Ladd McConkey, Garrett Wilson, who should always start 2 of those 3 wide receivers. And then we just need either Jaden Higgins, Rashid Shaheed, Ryan Flournoy, Keenan Allen, who should sign to a team, Ted Hurst, Torrey Horton, Darnell Mooney. One of those. We just need one of them every single week to step up. And then tight end, Tyler Warren, George Kittle. Like I said, our flex is fucking covered with either tight end or RB. So the thought process is 2 high-powered receivers, Ladd and Garrett, and we just need one of those third ones to step up. So I like our team a lot here. If anybody else is in this draft that is in the chat, let me know. All right, what do you say? I agree with you. All my boys are saying keep Pickens, but ETN is gaining me like 9 rounds of value, and Pickens only gets me like 4 rounds of value, and I can just grab him in the 3rd. Yeah, Pickens, like, don't get me wrong, like, Pickens does have high upside. I just, where his price is, I just don't want him that much, and I don't think it's that huge of a benefit. And if you're starting 3 RBs, like, you definitely want some upside there. I don't know. An 8-man league, I don't know. It's really hard. I've never been in an 8-man league before, so I think I'm having a tough time grasping how an 8-man league should go. Maybe Pickens is the answer. Maybe I'm wrong here. I don't know. I don't know how an 8-man league should go. 8-man leagues I've never been a part of, but I've been a part of 12-man and 14-man leagues. I'm currently in a big money 14-man league. What up, Kyle? Do you keep Tony Pollard or George Kittle? I'm keeping Tony Pollard over George Kittle personally. I think that Tony Pollard is going to have a higher upside, or should have higher upside this year. I just worry about George Kittle's injury. I know I just drafted George Kittle in this draft, but I just worry about his like his injury in general. I don't think he's very reliable. And I would just rather have Tony Pollard because he could have an upwards production this year with a revamped offense. But looks like in the poll, we have a 3-way tie with the $1 Dalmatian, $5 Puppy, and $10 Badge Bros. So I will be the tiebreaker, I suppose, on what draft we do next. Let's just do a Lil Dalmatian. Let's do $1 Lil Dalmatian. All right. If you guys want to hop in the draft, definitely hop in the draft with me. I would hop in once I say 17 or 18 seconds. Actually, you guys, let's hop in right when it says 3:04 or 3:05 p.m. Eastern. Once it says 3:05, or no, not 3:05, not 3:05. Just kidding. 3:07. Once your clock hits 3:07 p.m. Eastern, hop into a Lil Dalmatian. Immediately when your clock says 3:07 p.m. Eastern, hop into a Lil Dalmatian. We got a 2-minute advance. So, thoughts on Kenyon Sadiq from Oregon? Honestly, where his ADP is, I kind of like him. He's going pretty fucking late in the draft, like in redraft leagues. So, like, take a shot on him. Like, I don't mind where his ADP is, honestly. Because if he hits, he can hit pretty well. I'm not crazy high on Sadiq personally, like as a prospect, but I can't deny that he's a first round talent and he's super low on the ADP board. So based on where his ADP is, he's worth a shot, I suppose. And he could do a lot of slot work. All right, remember, once we hit 3:07 p.m. Eastern, jump into the little Dalmatian, okay? We will all hop into the little Dalmatian at exactly 3:07 p.m. Eastern. Remember that, guys. And then as far as I don't know. I don't trust Sadiq as a prospect necessarily. I actually preferred Eli Stowers going into the draft. I like Eli Stowers a lot as a prospect and everything. More so than I did Kenyon Sadiq. If Eli Stowers were to go to the Jets, I'd be way higher. But that was a hot take for me, though, in the draft. I just preferred Eli Stowers over Sadiq. But where Sadiq is going in drafts, like, yeah, take him. Once it hits 3:07 p.m. Eastern, make sure you guys hop in. Oh, 3:07, we're hopping in. Oh, shit, we didn't deposit. Shit. All right. Oh, shit, I forgot. Completely forgot. We did not deposit. Oh, no. Hold on a second. I forgot to fucking deposit. Oh, no. That is on me. I am a fucking dildo. Forgot to deposit more change in here. All right, we won't do 3:07. Hop back out of the draft. Hop back out of the draft. Hold on. I got a deposit on FanDuel Underdog real quick. App is loading. What a dumbo. I am such a dumbo. I forgot to add more on here. What an idiot. Gosh. All right, there we go. All right, adding more funds to it. We will jump in at 3:10. So 3:10 p.m. Eastern. We will hop in. 3:10 p.m. Eastern. We will hop in. Do the Lil Dalmatian. All right. We will officially hop into the Lil Dalmatian at 3:10 p.m. Eastern. So once your clock hits 3:10 p.m. Eastern, hop into the Lil Dalmatian. We will be ready this time. I will be ready. I did not realize I did not deposit any funds yet from after that $20 one. So, all right, we are deposited. We are ready to roll. That was my bad. 3:10 p.m. Eastern, we are hopping in to a Lil Dalmatian. So once your clock hits 3:10, hop in, baby, and we'll be ready to roll. 3:10 p.m. Eastern in the Lil Dalmatian. Hell yeah. All right. We will end the poll. 3:10 p.m. Eastern, we are hopping in the Lil Dalmatian. So be ready. Be ready to hop in. Once your phone says 3:10, hop in immediately. That is when we're hopping in. All right. Once it says 3:10, we are hopping in to this Lil Dalmatian. Be ready. Right when it says 3:10, hop in to the Lil Dalmatian. Hopefully we can get all in the same lobby here. Once that says 3:10, let's roll. Come on, baby. 3:10 in the Lil Dalmatian. Come on, baby. Once it hits 3:10. There we go. In the Lil Dalmatian. Right at 3:10. We got 2 spots open. 1 spot open. We're in. We're in on the Lil Dalmatian. Hopefully any of you guys made it in if you're watching and wanted to join in. We're in the Lil Dalmatian. Trevin Sage is in at the 1-4. I see you, Trevin. Trevin Sage is in. Gully, Spiced, Dinko, Bold, Watto, Spartan, Sweeney, Mitty, Zaza, DJ Steele. Trevin, if you're in the YouTube chat, let me know, baby. Yeah, I agree. I think I take Pollard over Kittle personally. But I'm scared of the Kittle injury. Like I'm worried about the Kittle injury. So I prefer Pollard over Kittle if I can only keep one of them. So, all right. We pulled the 1-9. The 1-9 in the draft. If anybody's in this draft, plop a comment. We're rolling, baby. We're rolling. Add a new poll here. What should be our next draft? We got the $1 Lil Dalmatian. The $5 puppy. Or could do the $3 3-man draft. Or could do the $3 4-man draft. How about that? And then or we could do the Badge Bros. $10 Badge Bros. All right, start the poll. Hell yeah. All right, let's see what happens here. We're in the Lil Dalmatian. Trevin's about to be on the clock. Trevin, who's he going with? Amon-Ra St. Brown at the 104. Okay? Amon-Ra St. Brown at the 104. Let's roll. If you are in this lobby, let me know. I will commentate your picks as well. Trevin Sage does go with Amon-Ra over Puka in the draft. All right. Let's see who falls to us here in the draft. All right. We are on the clock. It feels like JT is going to dominate again. So let me just bank on JT doing well again. I don't draft a lot of Jonathan Taylor. So I rarely ever draft Jonathan Taylor. So let's get at least one share of Jonathan Taylor in the Lil Dalmatian. I don't normally draft JT. I don't. So we'll hope that Chase Brown falls to us here. If Chase Brown does not fall, we are cool with James Cook or Hampton. And if those guys are gone as well, I think I want to go AJ Brown or Powers with our next picks here. I think I'm going to go Bowers over AJ. Looks like we should get Chase Brown or Amari and Hampton. Wow, we could get both of them. Wow, interesting. I prefer Chase Brown. So let's... Very interesting. Yeah, let's go Chase Brown. Chase Brown, Jonathan Taylor is how we start the draft. Pretty good. Pretty solid. Let's roll. Jonathan Taylor, Chase Brown. Pretty solid start. Got to get some Jonathan Taylor in there. All right. Here we go, baby. In the Lil Dalmatian. Trevor about to be back up on the clock. He went Amon-Ra St. Brown. Does he pull a Bowers? Pull a little Bow Wow? Oh, Brock Bowers goes. Kyron Williams. Okay. Kyron Williams gets taken off the board. Kyron Williams will have touchdown upside every year. So he'll have touchdown upside all year being on the Rams offense. So don't hate it whatsoever. Take your guys while you can. Hell yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Then, all right, Trevin Sake's back on the clock. He went Amon-Ra St. Brown, Kyron Williams. Who's next? Emeka Egbuka. Great fucking pick. Holy schmoly. Reaching on Emeka, but I don't hate it. I don't hate it whatsoever. I don't hate it. Emeka Egbuka. Drafted. All right, about to be back up on the clock here. We got JT. We got Chase Brown. I do not want McBride. I do not want Jeremiah Love. I'd rather take a swing on Zay Flowers. I'd rather take a swing on T. Higgins. Yeah. I think that's what I'd rather do in this situation. I just don't trust McBride, man. It's hard for me to trust him. I understand. I mean, he is going in the late third. It is really fucking late at this point. Do we just do McBride? I never draft McBride, but do we just do it? I never draft McBride, but he got sent to the late third this time. So let's take a swing. Let's get a little different. Let's go Trey McBride. Trey McBride. Let's just do it. Trey McBride, Jonathan Taylor, Chase Brown in this draft. All right. Jonathan Taylor, Chase Brown, Trey McBride. We'll see who we get here on this back end. Zay Flowers and T. Higgins come back. Let's go Zay for the upside if we're going for first place. Zay Flowers just needs the touchdowns. So let's go Zay. So we got Jonathan Taylor, Chase Brown, Zay Flowers, Trey McBride. All right, I dig it. It's a different team. I like it. We got the fall on Trey McBride. We got the fall on Zay Flowers. So we got value where we needed it. I kind of like it, man. I think it's different. It's a different team. We'll see how it goes. Pretty balanced. Yeah. Let's roll. Hell yeah. Josh Allen goes. Oh, yeah. Fuck yeah. Game time, schmame time. Eating ass, taking names. That's the name of the game. Cam Scatabo goes David Monty. Trevin goes David Montgomery. Okay. Okay, Trevin. Okay. Hell yeah. I think this will be our last draft of the night until later tonight. I will be back on later, though. I think. The kids got to come inside since it's raining. So I think I will... I think this will be our last draft of the night. Until later tonight. I will be back on stream later tonight. But we'll knock out this Dollar Dalmatian. And then I will be back on tonight for another stream. All right. Trevin, about to be back up on the clock. He's got Kyron. He's got Ibuka. David Monty. Tucker Kraft. Good fucking pick. I don't mind the reach on Tucker Kraft. I like it personally. Some people might not like it. I like it. Tucker Kraft, baby. We got JT. We got Chase Brown. We got Zay Flowers. We got Trey McBride. Let's see who we go with here. All right. I'm gonna go Quinshon Judkins as our third running back and we will feel great about it because the Browns have an easy schedule. Should have some touchdown upside. So let's go Quinshon Judkins. See how the board plays out. Jonathan Taylor, Chase Brown, Quinshon Judkins, Zay Flowers, Trey McBride. We probably should have went Lamar, but if Lamar falls back to us, we will draft Lamar with the stack with Zay Flowers. Let's hope that Lamar falls to us. If he does, that's going to feel pretty fucking good, honestly. If not, we will draft Drake May. Or Devontae. Actually, I like Devontae quite a bit. Lamar, Devontae, or Drake May is who we'll go with. Let's hope Lamar falls. If Lamar falls, that's going to feel really fucking good. Holy shit. Come on. Give us Lamar. Fuck. That's okay. That's okay. That's all right. We win some, we lose some. Yeah. That sucked. That sucked. Give us Drake May. That's okay. Drake May, Jonathan Taylor, Chase Brown, Quinshon Judkins, Zay Flowers, Trey McBride. Let's roll. Hell yeah. All right, Trevin, about to be back up on the clock here. So far, he's got St. Brown, Kyron Williams, Mecca Ibuka, David Montgomery, Tucker Kraft. Trevor goes Tony Pollard. Hell yeah. Not a bad pick whatsoever. Hell yeah. Ooh, I wonder if Trevin's going to steal Jaden Daniels, Caleb Williams. Trevor might go JD, Caleb, or Herb. Ooh, there goes Caleb. Herbert. Trevin, I knew it. I fucking knew Trevin was going to go Herbert. God damn it. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Respect. All right. I want QJ, Lemon, DK. I want one of those three. Hopefully one of those three fall. Hopefully one of those two fall, I guess. Coming off the board really fast on us. It's unfortunate. Rico Dowdle goes. We might have a chance at QJ or Makai Lemon. If we can't get QJ, I'm not 100% sure what we should do here. I am a little stumped. QJ does go. That really, really sucks. Let's just... Let's lock in Sam Laporta. And we will be good on tight end the rest of the way. So Trey McBride, Sam Laporta at tight end. See how the rest of the draft goes here. I think I want to grab QB, but or running back. Could go running back. Could take the swing on Jonathan Brooks. since we are going for first place. Not second, not third, not fourth, but first place. Jonathan Brooks wouldn't be a bad pick here. Could go Dak. I don't mind Dak either at this range of the board. Dak did have a lot of passing attempts. I'm okay with Dak if that's what we go with. Dak goes. Never mind. I don't want Trevor. I don't want Trevor Lawrence whatsoever. We might just go Jonathan Brooks. I do like J.K. Dobbins a lot, though. Let's go J.K. Dobbins. Yeah, let's go J.K. Dobbins. So we're good on RBs now. Jonathan Taylor, Chase Brown, Quinshon Judkins, J.K. Dobbins, Sam Laporta, Trey McBride at tight end. QB, I just don't want Trevor Lawrence whatsoever. I did kind of want Jonathan Brooks, though. I do like the potential of Jonathan Brooks quite a bit if he were to get the start. But that's okay. Let's see what Trevin does. Stephon Diggs. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Good shit, good shit, good shit. Good shit. All right. Trevin about to be back up on the clock. Trevin so far, Amon-Ra, Kyron, Ibuka, David Montgomery, Tucker Kraft, Tony Pollard, Justin Herbert, Stephon Diggs. Pretty good room. I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. All right. Trevor Sage on the clock. He goes Dallas Goedert. Goedert over. Wow. Interesting. It's an interesting play. Goddard over Pitts, Kittle, and Kincaid. I mean, it's interesting. It could work. Okay. Okay. All right, QBs. I think I want to lock in a QB here. Actually, I kind of want Matthew Golden as well. We didn't get Matthew Golden last round. So I definitely want Matthew Golden if he falls here. There we go. Give us Matthew Golden. And then I definitely want to lock in a QB of some sort. So we can have an elite QB room and not have to worry about it anymore the rest of the draft. I really want Jared Goff here. Stacks up with Sam Laporta anyways. So I think I really want Jared Goff. If he can fall to us. If he doesn't, I think I want Bo Nix. Yeah, I want Bo Nix. It's either Jared Goff or Bo Nix. I'm comfortable with either of them. I do not want Purdy. Bo Nix goes, fuck. Alright. Gotta hope Jared Goff falls to us. Let's hope we get Jared Goff for the stack with Laporta. Purdy goes. Thank God. Oh, shit. Woo! Give us Goff. Fuck yeah. We're good at QB. Drake May, Jared Goff. We're good at running back. Jonathan Taylor, Chase Brown, Quinshon Judkins, J.K. Dobbins. We're fucking good. Tight end, we're good. Trey McBride, Sam Laporta. So the rest of the way, we're just filling in the wide receiver room. Let's go. Holy shit, that worked out. That worked out really well. I like it. I like it a lot. Fuck yeah. Fuck yes. Oh my God. Let's go. Hell yeah. Alright. Don't have to draft any more tight ends. No more QBs. We're good. No more running backs. We're just drafting the receivers the rest of the way. Alright. Let's see what Trevor does here. Trevor goes with Tyler Shuck. Okay. Tyler Shuck. I would have went Baker Mayfield for sure over Tyler Shuck, in my opinion. Yeah, you should have went Baker, bro. You have Emeka Egbuka. You could have had the stack, Emeka Egbuka and Baker Mayfield. But that's okay. I would have loved to have Baker Mayfield if I had Egbuka. Anytime I have Egbuka, I want fucking Baker all day, every day. But that's okay. I would have went Baker, though, personally. Baker and Herbert would have been a great QB combo, for sure. All right. About to be back up on the clock. Travis Sage goes with Jalen Naylor. All right. I want Jaden Higgins quite a bit. Jalen Coker's interesting. Oh, I want Debo, actually. We weren't able to get Debo last draft. Let's go Debo. We got Zay Flowers, Matthew Golden, Debo Samuel. I love it. We're making our way. And then I want to go Shaheed quite a bit. Yeah, I want to go Shaheed. Coker I don't trust at all. Let me just go Shaheed if I can get him. Yeah, let me go Shaheed. Come on, give us Shaheed. Deep ball threat in Seattle. In best ball, give me it all day. Give me Rashid Shaheed. I am not anywhere interested in Khalil Shakir. So, give me Rashid Shaheed. Let's go. Rashid Shaheed. Fuck yes. Let's go. Fuck yeah. Fuck yes. Fuck yeah. Rashid Shaheed, welcome to the fucking team, buddy. Let's go. Let's go. All right. I'm going to take a quick piss real quick. I'll be right back. All right, welcome back, baby. About to be back up on the clock. Let's figure out what wide receivers are on the board. We're doing wide receivers rest of the way. Oh, give me Ryan Flournoy. If we can get him. Give us Ryan Flournoy. 1,000, 20,000%. Love me some Ryan Flournoy this late. So, Zay Flowers, Matthew Golden, Debo Samuel, Rashid Shaheed, Ryan Flournoy. See what Trevin did? the last couple picks. Trevin went Sean Tucker, Kayshon Boutte. Okay. Really big reach on Sean Tucker. Could have had Sean Tucker way later in the draft, but that's okay. All right. Gotta lock in here. Let's go with, you know who I'm going with. I think I gotta go with Jennings is interesting. I don't draft a lot of Jennings. He falls this late. Very interesting. I think I am on Jennings this late in the draft. Sean Tucker is interesting too, but give me Juwan Jennings. So, pretty decent. Zay Flowers, Matthew Golden, Deebo Samuel, Rashid Shaheed, Ryan Flournoy, Juwan Jennings. Let's go. I like it. I like it a lot. A little bit of a different wide receiver room, adding in Jennings. So, I don't draft a lot of Jennings, but I'll take him here. I'll definitely take him here. Good shit. Good shit. Good fucking shit. All right. And then so we got 4 picks remaining. Trevin Sage back on the clock. Trevin Sage does go with Adonai Mitchell. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. This will be our final draft of the night, but I will be back on tonight. Later tonight for another stream. I will be back on tonight, but this will be our final draft. This is our last draft for the afternoon. But we will be live again tonight around 10 p.m. Eastern. Subscribe. Turn on notifications to not miss out. Hell yeah. Fuck yeah. All right, Trevin, about to be back up on the clock. He goes with Isaac Tesla. Okay. Interesting. So he's got Goddard Kraft, Herbert Shuck, Monty, Kyron, Pollard, Tucker. Okay. I think I would have went with Kamara there. I think Kamara was dropping pretty low. I think Kamara would have helped your team quite a bit there, but that's okay. All right, let's see how it goes. About to be back up on the clock. Kamara drops to us. Do we go Kamara? I don't normally see Kamara drop that far. Let's just do it. Let's get Kamara in here. Alvin Kamara, Jonathan Taylor, Chase Brown, Quinshon Judkins, J.K. Dobbins, and Alvin Kamara. Our running back is really set now. I did not even plan to draft a 5th running back, but if Alvin Kamara is dropping that late, let's just do it. Let's get a 5th running back. Wide receivers, you guys already know I want Keenan Allen really bad. So Keenan Allen gets all the targets. He just needs assigned to a team. So we're going to go Keenan Allen with our next pick. Our wide receiver room is going to be pretty nice despite barely drafting any wide receivers in the beginning of the draft. So it's going to feel pretty dang good. Pretty dang good. Let's see here. Hell yeah. All right. So look back on the board here. Trevin about to be back up on the clock. Let's see what Trevin goes with. Trevin's got 2 QBs, 4 RBs, 7 wides, 2 tight ends. So far. I think Trevin is good on tight end. He doesn't need any more tight ends the rest of the draft. He might need another running back. Maybe another QB. Yeah. Goes with Pat Bryant. All right. Interesting. Interesting click. Okay. See what his last 2 picks are. I think Trevin might need another running back here. Looking at his team. Katron Allen could give him rushing touchdown upside. I'd go Katron, Emmett Johnson, George Halani, Braylon Allen, any of those guys. Katron Allen could have some rushing touchdowns in Washington. So it's a shot I like taking on Katron, especially if I need a running back for some touchdown upside on the team. There goes Katron. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Trevin could take a shot on Tua, Shador. Tua or Shador could take a shot on. All right, we're gonna go wide receiver here. How many receivers we got? 3, 7 wides. Yeah, we're gonna definitely do 2 more receivers. No more 13 or 11s. Kind of want to avoid an 8. I kind of want to grab Ted Hurst again because I don't have any week 10 bye players anyways. So let's do Ted Hurst. And then let's do Tyquan Thornton is the starter in 3 wide receiver sets. So that's interesting. Do we just take a swing on Tyquan Thornton? We don't draft a lot of him. But it is interesting that he would start in 3 wide receiver sets. So let's take a shot on Thornton. We don't draft a lot of Thornton, but we're not like expecting him to produce every week. We just need something occasionally. So, Jacoby Lane is still here. Oh, but we already got Zay. No, let's go Tyquan. Tyquan Thornton. Let's do it. Let's take a swing. We don't really have any Tyquan Thornton, so I'm fine with it. Jacoby Lane is interesting, though. He has some touchdown upside in Baltimore. All right. Let's see if Trevin takes a third QB in Tua or Shador, or if he goes another wide receiver. I think either wide receiver or QB is the play here. Or another running back, I suppose. I think he can go anything, pretty much. He doesn't need any more tight ends. Let's see what he rolls with. See what Trevin does. Hell yeah. Shador. Mac Jones, holy shit. Mac Jones, Trevin? What the fuck? What the hell is Mac Jones gonna do? Mac Jones ain't even a starter. What are you banking on a Purdy injury, buddy? Trevin's banking on Purdy to get injured, I guess. All right. So look at our teams. Start with mine. Drake May, Jared Goff, elite QB room. We're fucking good. No more QBs after that if we got 2 elite guys. RB, Jonathan Taylor, Chase Brown, Quinshon Judkins, J.K. Dobbins. We were going to stop at those 4, but Alvin Kamara fell to us. So we got really elite running back room. Wide receivers, Zay Flowers, Matthew Golden, Debo Samuel, Rashid Shaheed, Ryan Flournoy, Juwan Jennings, Keenan Allen, Ted Hurst, Tyquan Thornton. Keenan Allen will sign somewhere. So we just need 3 wide receivers to start every single week. We know Zay, we can count on him, and then we just need 2 of those other guys to start each week. We just need to get some lucky here. But we know we have the flex covered because of our RB room and our tight ends in Trey McBride, Sam Laporta. So elite tight end, elite QB, elite running back. And then we just need, some wide receivers to step up each week. And I think we can fucking do it. So, all right. Looking at where's Trevin's team at? Trevin has Justin Herbert, Tyler Shuck, Mac Jones. I wouldn't have done Mac Jones, but QB room is okay. And then running back, Kyron Williams, David Montgomery, Tony Pollard, Sean Tucker, Katron Allen. I think that's fine. Good running back room. I think it can work out. Wide receivers, Amon Ra, Emeka Ibuka, Stephon Diggs, Jalen Naylor, Keyshawn Booty, Adonai Mitchell, Isaac Tessa, Pat Bryant. Yeah, wide receiver room could work. That can work. Tight end room, Tucker Craft, Dallas Goddard. Solid team overall, man. I don't mind it. I don't mind it at all. I probably would have chose anybody other than Mac Jones. I would have probably taken either Shador, I would have taken another running back, toss up, or I would have taken another receiver, personally. But overall, pretty decent team. We'll see how it works out. But yeah, other than that, great job, guys. I'm gonna log off for a little bit. The kids want to do some stuff, so we'll head out and do some stuff together as a family. But we will be back on tonight after the kids go back to bed. So I will be back on around 10 p.m. Eastern or so once I get the kids to bed. But I will see you guys later tonight. So we'll see you guys later tonight once I get the kids to bed. Hell yeah. Great job. Icky Thicky Fantasy Football Lab, where we talk fantasy, where we draft some fantasy, where we have some fun, where we lick some ass maybe a little bit. All right. Have a good night, guys. See ya. Deuces.